Your family, your health, our passion. This is Family Practice with Dr. Jeffrey Fox, sponsored by Family Practice Associates of Lexington, PSC. Visit us at fpalex.com and like us on Facebook.
Welcome back. This is our community resource section, and my next guest is the Reverend Dr. Mark Johnson, Senior Pastor at Central Baptist Church, happens to be my pastor for the last couple of decades, and this happens to be your last Sunday there because you're going to retire.
I am going to retire.
And you know, you've been on the show before, and looking back, I know you're getting ready to retire, so I asked you to come on and talk a little bit about looking back, how has faith or prayer or religion or whatever word you want to use affect people who, their health care in dying in severe illnesses? And you know, I know you visit a lot of people in the hospital, so you deal with that.
Thank you. You know, being a minister gives you a front row seat on all of human life and human development. And it's been a distinct honor and privilege to have been with people through many parts of their life, including those times where they're under stress or anxiety, worried about surgery or in the hospital, or dealing with their death that may be coming or the death of someone they love. Faith, as we just heard, is predicated on a very important confession, and that is, I need help. I am not completely self-sufficient. I can't take care of all these things in and of myself. And the confession toward a good and compassionate and loving God allows us to know that we are being held in these hands of care. And being in a hospital room can be pretty isolating and be a lot of fear and a lot of anxiety. But to know you're not alone. You're not alone in the presence of God as you have faith and pray to God, but also you're not alone in the community of family and friends that are supporting you. If you're part of a healthy community of faith, you also know of all the prayers of those who are caring for you. And we are not by ourselves. We are being cared for by healthcare professionals and also by the presence of God. And faith allows us to live into that beautiful reality that God is with us.
Does anybody ever ask you, okay, I have faith and I pray, but I'm still not getting better?
Yeah.
Surely you've had that question and had to at least try to answer it, or is there an answer for it?
It depends on what you're trying to accomplish. A lot of folks sometimes, have faith in a particular outcome. I have to have this in order to prove my faith. However, there may be a lot of different possibilities that faith can bring you to if you would open your heart and mind to a new direction. So oftentimes, someone may not get the healing that they hope for, that is the physical part of life, but they may end up in a whole new understanding of emotional or spiritual health that physical illness helped lead them to. So faith is not always determining for God what the outcome is, but allowing God to lead us to what is that which is best for our healing and our whole being.
Well, now you talk about whole being, and you talk about kind of a journey and a health and fatal diagnosis or retirement. Okay, how does all that fit in, or does it?
It does quite a bit. The primary journey we have is to ourselves and our spiritual health, and God is always with us. But we move through these different phases of life where we struggle in trying to understand where is God and who am I. One of my favorite theories on human development is that we were probably our best self right before puberty hit. And the hormones came and it messed us all up. When we retire, we're able to return back in a road to ourself to discover maybe the purest sense of who we were before we started looking at dating other people, or before we started careers, before we defined ourselves by my job or my income or my possessions. Retirement is an invitation for us to come back to ourselves and to have the space and the time to know I am a child of God's with unique skills and abilities, and God still has things to teach me, and I am able to learn those wonderful things.
Well, real quickly here before we wrap it up, is it okay to get mad at God for where you find yourself? Is God big enough to handle that?
I would surely hope so, because I've been mad at God plenty of times. And in those difficult times, I have found in retrospect that faith was strengthened if you just stay the course. And we think about faith as something that we endure, and God endures with us. And so if we're willing to hang in there, be patient with ourselves, listen to what the messages might be that can teach us from friends or from family or from good programs like this one, and then allow that time to teach us and hang on, it'd be an incredible learning lesson for life and what that will teach you.
Community of faith is important.
It's essential, in my view, to have a group of people around you that know you, accept you, and cheer for you. And communities of faith are some of the healthiest places where you can find that.
We appreciate you coming in. I appreciate the 2 decades of being my pastor, and wish you all the best in retirement.
Thank you so much.
And thank you all for watching. If you'd like to watch this episode again or past episodes, you can access them through the Family Practice Associates website and go to the YouTube channel. Again, thanks for watching and joining us next month for more great healthcare information on family practice.